This video is all about testing the RecoHeat, putting it through its paces and seeing how it performs. Please like and subscribe. Well, obviously we test lots of different stoves and the stove that we had in when RecoHeat sent their sample to us was this one. We haven't changed the stove so that we can keep everything fair, but it's worth mentioning that this stove is underpowered for the room, so that's unfortunate. This is a single glazed house built in the 1700s, stone floors, still got single glazing. It's got French doors out to the outside that leak like a sieve. This is a long way from an efficient home. We've turned off all heating, it's been off for some time, and we haven't even lit the other stoves or the open fire. And so at the start of the day, with no heating at all, the temperatures around the place were this. Okay, we're at the back of the room, about 9 meters away from the stove. At the top of the room, we're at about 20.1, and at worktop level, we're at 18.6. Okay, so thermometer's in the other room, and I'm hoping it's equalised. It keeps flicking between the two, so obviously it's measuring at this point and the actual thermometer, and they're currently reading 20.2 and 19.9. They have been reading identically. They're obviously there's a bit of air movement that's confusing it, obviously, but basically it's about 20 degrees in here, and then the hallway. So out in the hall, where we've got obviously an old door. It's an old oak door that is far from sealed. I actually made it myself. But it's a little bit cooler. It's 19.9, 19.8. Up higher, it's basically, again, 20 degrees, about, slightly cooler out here. So let's go light the stove. Now, obviously, this is a real-world test, so this, my kids are coming in from school, doors are being opened, everything's being dealt with in a normal way. We first lit the stove without the RecoHeat on at all, and after burning a single net of kiln-dried ash after we got the stove up to temperature, the temperatures were this. And obviously then we turned the RecoHeat on, and the same applied, kids coming in from school, leaving for school. So, we've already got a leaky house, but stuff's still going on in the normal way. But the temperatures had raised in the 5 areas to these figures. Now, on the one hand, it doesn't seem, a few degrees, it doesn't seem that that's huge. But if we look at what the stove did without the RecoHeat, it's actually increased the effectiveness around the home by several 100%, certainly 200%, 300%, which is fantastic. And obviously this is an underpowered stove. So obviously I'm going to test it again, and we'll release more videos with a bigger stove that's capable of properly driving this whole space, and then we'll add the RecoHeat, because I think this is potentially capable of, turning a stove that can just heat one room into something where the heat's spilling around everywhere. If you're interested in a RecoHeat, there is a link in the description to their website, and if you click on that, they will pay us a kickback if you were to buy one, which is fantastic. It doesn't cost you any more, but it does support the channel, so that would be really helpful if you're interested in one. Obviously, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. This product has, I love it. I think it's fantastic, and I'm learning loads about it, so I'm sure I can help, and if I can't, I will contact RecoHeat and find the answer.